short, quick explosion, you'll be quite happy with how this race has played out. It won't just be the Eritreans who will be hoping for that. There will be a few other riders in here.
Emmanuel, in that some of the cyclists have gone off the track to try and get to the front.
Grey area, that would definitely be frowned upon. Of course, the white line signifies our shoulder here as well. So what the riders will really be is spending too much time in getting a puncture. All the grit and the glass and the dirt is thrown. So even if it is allowed to get in that section, you really don't want to be there, to be honest, because a puncture now with 4 kilometers to go signifies the end of your race.
You stop right there. You don't even need to push anymore, because once you get a puncture there, fixing it will be quite a problem. So, Emmanuel, I think as they approach, you'll be heading towards the finish line as we look at what's happening here. But as it is, South Africa, Angola, then Eritrea in that lead group as it is. So Emmanuel heads off to the finish line. He'll be giving us all the interviews with the finishers and the winners that will be out there. 3.9 kilometers to go. Who is going to blink at this particular point? Crumbs checking in. That is number 112 South African team. And that is Emil van Niekerk. Emil van Niekerk, who's competing in the under 23 road race. Looks like he has some little bit of cramps. I've seen him there trying to massage his thighs as they come towards. It's been a very, very, very interesting race. And at the moment, it's Eritrea again. Eritrea, Angola, Eritrea. The final sprint, the pace is absolutely amazing. The pace is what we expected here, and the sprinting begins again. Trying to open up that gap. We expected these sprints to come in the last kilometer, but this is not even the last kilometer, but it is 3 kilometers to go, and already the jostling for the front has already started. And every move that he's made, it is countered almost immediately. So we are back to one big peloton. Not easy at all on this riders, both under 23 and the elite, all competing together in this 175 kilometers. It's been quite great. They've done already 172.5 kilometers, 2.1 kilometers to go right now. And clearly this one is going to be a sprint finish as it is. They've already proved to us that every other time there's a climb, and anytime somebody tries to throw down the gauntlet, the rest of the pack comes in right in there to try and close the gap and stay with them. So 1.6 kilometers to go at the moment. It's 1.6 kilometers to go. The front of the peloton has been changing, but the cyclists have been the same. They're not changing now. For 90% of the race, Eritrea have controlled the race. They have been at the front. They have been tactical, but at the moment, that seems to have been thrown off the window. It's 1.5 kilometers to go, and the sprints are getting closer and closer. We might get into a sprint at any particular point in time. Eritrea, pace of the early lead and controlling the race seems to be taking its toll. Riders, they have shown us what they got. They have given their all, and now you can see on the course they are split into small pelotons of 3 and 4 cyclists, and at times 5 of them. So they're already in E10. That's for sure. They're already in E10 and coming towards the finish end. South Africa again pulling a surprise move. South Africa, Eritrea. In other sprints, it's going to be tighter than tight. Well, drops to second position. Eritrea at the front again. So it's 2 Eritreans and a South African sandwich in between 6 kilometers, because with 6 kilometers to go, it was Eritrea controlling the race. But now with less than a kilometer to go, oh, nasty fall there. That's the end of the race for him. What a pity. That's a nasty fall by one of the cyclists with less than a kilometer to go. And this is the final climb. Then a descent into the final to come and cut the tip. 300 meters to go out there. The last we checked. And the sprint is on again, but this one has opened the gap, and he'll be coming to finish. Eritrea at the front. He wins it quite comfortably, followed by South Africa and Uganda. So it's Eritrea, South Africa, Uganda in that order, 14, 112 and 47. So the race won by Henok Mubeharan of Eritrea, Henok Mulubeharan of Eritrea winning that race, followed by Emil van Niekerk of South Africa, and I believe Uganda's Charles Kagimu finishes third in this quite interesting race that has been there. Eritrea, South Africa, Uganda. We never expected that type of sprint finish. Kenya's the first Kenyan there crossing the line, and that is a fantastic schedule. Big cheer.
Quickly, please, for us. Thank you very much. So, congratulations, African champion again. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's a real pleasure from yesterday for me, because I came here for to get the record third time. So I'm really happy to win it all the day. Honestly, the team really impressive today. Without them, I can't win, because all the day we control the race until the last 10K. They control for me. So in the last 10K, I try to defend myself every attack, and in the last 500 meter, we attack with 4 riders, and me also attack in the last 500 meter to arrive.
Are you surprised that some of the teams didn't try more things during the race?
Yeah, honestly, all the teams follow us, especially in my wheel. In the last 2 laps, they came to me, but I really have a strong team here, so I don't stress, because we can catch every attack. So I believe on my team, and I told them I can win, and they believe me and they work for me, and in the last we get victory. So congratulations for them. It's not my victory. The victory is to them.
So, of course, Eritrea has been so successful, even in the junior categories. So the talent is still really coming through. What is the key to the success for Eritrea?
Yeah, a lot of riders strong in Eritrea. I think the people really like to be a cyclist. So where we was now in the cycling, we are improving every year as a country. So almost now also in the world, we are really pride our country. So the cycling in our country is number one.
Congrats for your win today. Could you please share to us? You've got a lot of more medals from Eritrea. This is kind of the 14th medal in the whole championship. What charm are you using, guys?
What do you say again?
What magic do you use?
For the win. Yeah. As I told you, all the teams control for me all the day. For me, if I attack, also in the sprint, I can win. But I try in the second lap to go. But the race, it was not as we expected. It was not hard in the second lap. So we spoke with our team and to defend our title, control until the last, and the 10K, defend myself all the attack.
What do you make of the terrain here today? Because it's the first time racing here. What do you make of the terrain here and the route that you just covered today?
Yeah, the route is really, really impressive because like this championship, I never did. All I did in Ghana and Egypt, it was flat. So for me, it's really good route today because up and down. But I'm really happy with this route. And in Kenya, also the altitude.
And here we are embracing with teammates. Finally, will you make some justice and give some flowers to your home fans because they came here in good numbers? I'm sure you had the support as a motivating factor for you.
Yes, all the people in every country, also especially.
Race. So many countries, 16 countries came into this one looking for a place on the three podium, but we have to accept and give a warm round of applause to the men who managed to come in and secure one of the three places on the podium. There was gold, there was silver, there was bronze. It was all about a rush for a medal, and these three proving ultimately impossible to stop. Uganda making history, coming ever so close to picking up that gold medal, at one point attacking 11 seconds ahead, but now they have to settle for that bronze medal, and that is exactly what they will do. They will be joined by South Africa, who will be taking silver, while Eritrea yet once again manages that gold. Our dignitaries are back, and it is an opportunity for the governor, the UCI president, and the PS to give these awards. And we will start off with the bronze medalist. There we go. The CA's CAC president is also here, Dr. Azam. And we will start off with the bronze medal, which goes to a man who has already won the ITT individual race in the Africa Games, defended in the 2003 Africa Championships gold medal, which he won. But today he had to settle for bronze, all the way from Uganda. Kagimu Charles made a run for it, but ultimately falling just slightly short of that gold medal. He knows very well cycling, a road and gravel cyclist, 7th in the road race last year, and boom, this year comes in 3rd, and that is brilliant. History for Uganda as the first Ugandan to ever compete in the Olympic road race, and history for Uganda as the first Ugandan to make his brilliant. History for Uganda as the first Ugandan to ever compete in the Olympic road race, and history for Uganda as the first Ugandan to make his way to the podium for that bronze medal. Silver place goes to South Africa. He was number 1. He was the golden boy in the under 23. He'll have to settle for silver, but what an achievement for this young star. Emil, the man of the moment from South Africa, the future of cycling, not just for South Africa, but for Africa. The PS Engineer Tomb will be awarding him of the medals, and boy, racking up a gold and silver is something that he can be telling his grandchildren about when the time comes, of course. And finally, he did it in 2022, gold. Did it in 2023, gold. He's done it in 2024, gold. I bet the only way to call him is the golden boy, Henok Muluberian from Eritrea! Eritrea have been an absolute force. Eritrea have made a statement to Africa. Eritrea are a proud nation as they look at their golden boy with a treble in the CAC Road Cycling African Championship. 3 is the number, gold is the color, 1 is the position for Henok. And we have done this so many times, we will do it one more time. Let us remain silent in honor of the Eritrean national anthem. Congratulations to Eritrea. Congratulations to Uganda, who have added a first medal in the history of the nation in these games in the men elite race through Charles. Kagimu will stand up on the top podium, joined by the man who took gold in the under-23, takes silver for South Africa, making 8 silver medals for South Africa in these games in this race. Van Emil, and of course the man of the moment, the man who has made sure that history is on their side. They're the most dominant force in the races. Eritrea have 10 gold medals. Mulwe Berhan Henok, he is the master of these race. He is the master of these games when it comes to the elite men race, and he